Now, the Q4 earnings for Tesla was the biggest topic this week for Tesla shareholders, but there was so much more to talk about, like, for example, the Cybertruck, the Gigafactory in Berlin, and so many other things. So therefore, happy Sunday and welcome to a new episode of Tesla Sundays, and here we roll. Let's talk about directly what topics we will cover in today's video. Now, first of all, obviously we will talk about the Tesla Q4 earnings that absolutely smashed the expectations. Then we will talk about how Tesla stock reacted and what is to expect in the next days and weeks. And moreover, we will talk about the Elon Musk short sellers that lost billions of dollars since the Tesla stock went up that much. Also, we will talk about the Cybertruck design, which we know a little bit of more insight what Tesla thought behind it and what also Elon Musk's brother thought about the design. We will talk about the 500-mile battery. Now, this is something maybe impossible, not for Tesla. Therefore, there is some news and rumors about that, so we will definitely dive into this topic as well. We will also talk about the Gigafactory Berlin insecurities. There is the minister in Berlin that is making some statements which are not quite positive for Tesla. And last but not least, we will talk about the potential S&P 500 inclusion for Tesla. And therefore, let's dive right into it. So the Tesla earnings Q4 was absolutely smashing everyone's expectation. Now, we have seen those numbers and I made a full vlog about this. So if you want to dive into this deep report, definitely go in. But to summarize the highlights, $6.3 billion in cash. And this is something that not everybody talk about it, but this cash is a record stand for a cash volume for Tesla, and it's just become more and more because they are paying suppliers more later than they getting the cash by the customers itself. So therefore this will be increasing as faster as Tesla is growing. So this is very important for having this in mind when looking at these numbers. $7.4 billion in revenue and a profit of $386 million in this quarter. Also 500 cars delivered. Model Y also ahead of schedule, also producing and delivering end of January. So so many highlights in this quarter, and obviously the stock went up 10% the first day and another Friday surprise. Though the market was very, very low, Tesla stock said no, I'm going up 1.5% on Friday straight. So let's dive therefore into the Tesla stock. So how positive the Q4 earnings numbers was, the stock of Tesla went up as well. Not only after the earnings, but also the days before the earnings. So we could see we started the week at around $549. And before the numbers went out, we gained already almost 6 points on the stock. Before the numbers, the stock was at 588. After the numbers, the stock went to 650, 45, 640. And then in the last day of the week, the stock went up about 1.5%. Now, this is absolutely insane how the stock went up. Obviously, let's have a look on the monthly basis. We are up 53% on the 3 months basis, on around 105%, 6 month basis, even 177%. Now people are asking, hey, what should I do? Should I still invest? Now there's the short answer, which I believe is yes. And the long answer, we don't have time for that, but I believe that Tesla is so much ahead on engineering. Also, there is so much less room to grow. And if you look into the short sellers, which is our next topic, you will see that people are losing a lot of money betting against Tesla and betting against the future of automobility and also transport. And therefore, I believe if you are feeling to invest in something long term, then Tesla is definitely still a good investment. And if just what I think and other analysts on Wall Street think about the company, where it will be in the future, then 650, 750, 850 is still a bargain price where Tesla stock will be in a couple of years. So therefore, join the ride. I'm telling you here since the summer on this channel, so make sure to subscribe and like this video for the YouTube algorithm, and let's dive into the short sellers. So here are just the big numbers, okay? Tesla short sellers lost $1.5 billion just in the day after the earnings release. Now this is very painful, but hold your horses, because in this year they lost already 5.2 billion, and since the summer where the Tesla stock was at around 178, that the short sellers lost about $12 billion. Now I made a video here on this channel just yesterday about where I go very in detail into the three big short sellers that are very, very vocal about this company. But if you are looking into the Tesla stock, which we just did, and then looking into companies like Daimler that lost 40-50% of their value in the last couple of years, then the real question is here for the short sellers, or the statement to the short sellers is, hey guys, wake up, you are shorting the very wrong company here. So the Cybertruck design is, as we know, very special. Now, after I listened to a couple of podcasts and also read about many news and tweets, it came out that actually the Cybertruck design was built to be very aggressive. Now, if you are thinking about the pickup, people buying pickups because they think, they need something strong, the most badass car available out there, the strongest performance. So if, and this is something a scene of which the brother of Elon Musk confirmed, who's also in the board of directors at Tesla, he said when the first time he entered into the design center of Franz von Holzhausen, the chief design officer of Tesla, then he said like, whoa, this car is aggressive. This looks like a tank from the future, right? So moreover, Elon Musk said, they are asked on Twitter, give us some of your experience, what a truck should have, what you're missing about today's trucks. And then, this influenced also a little bit of the design of the Tesla Cybertruck, obviously. And in the end, this thing went viral. And actually, Elon Musk is saying that, they have so much orders for the Cybertruck that they thinking that their backlog of producing these cars is full for the next 4 years since when they start this production. So very, very positive also here for Tesla investors. Not so good for Tesla pre-orders holder of the Cybertruck. Now you really have to wait a long time to get your Cybertruck maybe, but maybe if there is the resources available there for Tesla, then I guess they can spin out and produce much more Cybertrucks at the same time than they currently anticipate. Now, we know that the range of electric cars is a bit of a headache. Now, it's improving definitely over time, and actually it becomes a strength against gasoline cars because, as we know, the range of electric cars will extend in the future. And actually there is a Twitter user, Zach, he seems to be a Tesla employee, and he actually said on Twitter that 120 kilowatt battery is coming, and also this will mean in the end that the S and X models will be able to reach the 500 miles, and this apparently will be available maybe already in the summer. So, you know, with the Plaid and also this battery improvements, I think that the Tesla Model S and X can be relived and revived for a couple of months and maybe improve the sales a bit for these categories for Tesla. Though Tesla and also Elon Musk said they don't want to focus that much on this cars as the most energy and resources goes into design and also with the volume production of cars, obviously, because this will make Tesla a huge company. Now, since we know that the Gigafactory Berlin is coming, we have also news that the current status is that, you know, the paperwork by Tesla has to be prepared. The forest, the artificial forest that is there, will be removed by Tesla or a contractor by Tesla. Currently, the land is evaluated from the price point, from the budget, and also we see that lots and lots of people are demonstrating against it. Now, there is a couple of things to know here for the people. If you are living in Germany and you demonstrate against Tesla, know these three things. First of all, there cannot be anything better economically wise and sustainable and natural wise that the electric car company is coming to Germany. Okay, so this is number one. Second, the forest that is there is an artificial forest that was used for producing cartoon, and therefore, you know, it's not a natural forest. And number three, Tesla committed to, for every single tree that they are removing in Germany, then they will plant 3 new trees just in the same area. So in the end, you know, we have to think green when we think about Tesla. It's definitely not an image, but really vision of Elon Musk and Tesla to be the green and sustainable company, or the most sustainable company on Earth. Now, the next big thing for Tesla stock could be the inclusion to the S&P 500. Now, this means that Tesla will be included in the index, and many people who are index investing will purchase Tesla stock as well. Now, this will be huge and create an additional demand for the stock. To be included, actually, you need 4 consensus profitable quarters, and we are just away 1 quarter out of it. So actually, if Tesla will be profitable in the next quarter, which will end in March and will, you know, report in April, this could be a big moment for the Tesla stock, though we have to think about that the Q1 is usually the little bit difficult months and quarter for Tesla, because first of all, car sales in general are in Q1 quite weak. Second, we have also the coronavirus that is really causing problems for China, and the factories are getting closed because of securities. Now, Apple just announced that they closed their offices, they closed their factories, and they are closing their stores as well. So we see how really of an impact this is, and therefore I believe that the China part of Tesla cannot contribute so much to the Q1, though the CFO Zach just told in the Q4 earnings call that, you know, they are not so much afraid about that, because until now the Tesla China factory not contributing that much to the overall profit of Tesla, and therefore I really hope that they can make another positive quarter, because then we are totally in the new level for the Tesla stock. And therefore, make sure to check out the other videos on my channel, and I see you tomorrow.